Hey friends, it's Akidiris. Egg earrings, because today it's an excellent day.
I want to break free.
So as many of you know, I've had a long history with cosplaying. I started when I was 13 and I was by no means a professional cosplayer, not even close. I actually lost more money than I ever made. Actually, I didn't make any money off of it. Why is this hobby so expensive? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys an official cosplay studio and some cosplay stores in Japan. Luckily, I went to the cosplay studio and besides from the staff, there was literally no one else there, so I just whipped out my phone and wanted to show you guys because I just recently cosplayed Mona from Genshin Impact. Joey! Joey, I'm trying to record.
Oh, sorry, I'm just playing Genshin Impact.
Okay, well, can you keep it down?
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to pull for Zhao.
Oh, Zhao, the new character on Genshin Impact.
Yeah, I really want them because they're a wind-based character.
Yes, I've seen their moves, and I know that they're insane and that he is wind cycling and lunges forward, dealing an MODMG to opponents on his path, and that there's new monsters and new gameplay in Genshin Impact, but I really do need you to keep it down.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that they also convert attack damage into Nemo damage that can't be overridden by any other elemental infusion, but I also want to play this game on the PC.
But again, I would like it if you would keep it down.
Why wouldn't you let people play the way they want?
I would if they would just use the code GSIMPTQ125 and the redeem period is from now to March 16th, or if they would just go to the link in the description below.
Maybe I'll do that then.
Sponsor. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is a cosplay shop in Japan, and this one that I regularly go to is in Ikebukuro, and as you guys can see, there is an array of wigs. It is every cosplayer's wet dream. So at the stores they sell a lot of different cosplay wigs, and they range from $10 to maybe $20 to $25. The $10 one I would say is really good if you're doing a cosplay where the hair doesn't need to be messed with that much. The $20 to $25 wigs I would say is really good if you need a lot of hair and if you're going to style it a lot. They also sell cosplay contact lenses, and if you're wondering, yes, they also have prescription. Dude, then you go into the shop and they literally put a sample right in front of you. Cosplayers tend to buy a lot of things at once in a store, so what the store will actually do is have these clipboards that you can just grab and then you can just list off everything that you want to give to the cash register later. Not only that, but before you even check out, they'll actually bring it to you so that you can see the wig and make sure that it's the quality and the color that you want. And if you don't like it, then they'll just put it back. Also, sometimes when you walk into the store, they'll ask, oh, what character are you cosplaying? And if you have a picture of it on your phone, they'll actually give some recommendations on a good wig that would match that character. Another thing that they have is when you want to cosplay a different gender. So they've got fake boobs, they've got chest binders, they've got things to flatten your butt or even add volume to your butt. I'm telling you, man, if these stores would just open up in the US, I feel like it would just be so convenient. What if I just do that after YouTube? If I just open up a business that just has all of the useful cosplay items. So they sell a lot of like elf ears, they sell a lot of horns, and a lot of the weapons that they have tend to be pretty general, like katanas or maybe bow and arrows, and then they just expect that you'll probably just modify it yourself with some of the foam that they also sell. I'm telling you, cosplay shops in Japan are ridiculously convenient. Now for the time that you've all been waiting for, cosplay studios. I am telling you that these things are an absolute godsend if you are a cosplayer. So there is a whole bunch in Japan, but the one that I really like to go to is one called Booty. You heard that right. It's B-O-O-T-Y. I don't know why they call it that, but they do. Booty is really nice. The reason it's good is because it's ginormous. It is like 6 or 7 floors of just cosplay booths. Not only that, but while the cosplayer is getting ready, if you have a photographer with you, they have a lounge area just for photographers to wait, which is so nice. And next to them is a workshop in case something breaks or you need to sew something.
So like this moment, for example, I was doing my photo shoot, but then one of the pieces off of my Mona cosplay broke, so I just went down to the workshop and I used one of their hot glue guns to just put it back together, and it just came in so handy, and this is too much power to give to a cosplayer and I'm living for it.
The second floor is the changing rooms. So they have 2 types. They have the public one for all cosplayers, and the second type they have, which is usually one that I do, are the VIP rooms. These ones you have to rent online on their website, but these go for 3,000 yen, which is roughly $30 to use for 8 hours. That's worth it. You get the whole room to yourself. I typically do this especially when I'm with another cosplayer such as peachmilkytea, who you guys can see here, and our photographer Luke, who also takes a lot of the amazing photos that you may see on Twitter or my Instagram. And they also give give you a key so you can lock the door. I'm about to blow your guys' mind a lot here. So besides from the first and second floor where you check in and you start changing into your cosplays, you still have 5 floors of this building left. All 5 floors have anywhere between 3 to maybe 8 different booths.
And this is the gallery of all the rooms, which I'll link in the description below. Literally, there is just way too many studios in here that I couldn't go through all of them because it was just way too much. But I'm gonna show you guys a few of my favorite booths that I actually didn't get a chance to record on the day. So this is a booth that I've always really wanted to do a shoot in, and it's an exact replica of the trains in Japan. I still haven't been able to find the right cosplay for this. Like, the first thing I think of is probably like Persona 5 or whatever, but one day I want to use this one. And of course, I one day want to use the classroom, and if I ever try to cosplay as the main character, I'm probably gonna sit somewhere around here. Dude, I could make so many good videos in here. You got your classic classroom from like every anime ever, and then here's the window where the main character would sit next to. Actually, no, it's more like that window.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then on each floor, they have like props set up that you can borrow for free. You can just use any of these props. So they have like fake cakes. They got like this star thing. Maybe we can use that for my shoot.
Yeah. That might work.
Oh, and then they got these like lights, so with batteries in it. So this is kind of nice. We can maybe use those. It's like a living room setup.
Yeah, this one looks like an IKEA showroom a little bit.
In fact, I haven't used this one for anything yet.
Yeah, I don't know what I would ever use this
Yeah, I'm not
for.
sure. I was telling Sophie that bear looks like the one that Belle Delphine kind of. Anyways, my feet hurt in these heels. They're so uncomfortable. Oh yeah, and then like Mona, she wears like these things on the ends of her wig, but we didn't know how to like put them on.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah.
What was the design?
So I think what we'll do is that we'll do some Photoshop magic. We'll take a photo of these by themselves, and then just like Photoshop it onto the pigtails. Like, we're just gonna have to work some magic with these. If any other cosplayers know what to do with this, how I could have put these on the ends of the ponytail, then please let me know. And my hat fell.
No.
One booth I want to show you guys is this one. It's like a cool country western vibe theme booth, and this one I've actually used it in one of my videos. If any of you can guess which one that was. If you haven't guessed it already, it was for my Detective Aki on the Case series. So I actually sat here and I had my friend just taking like a few quick B-roll shots of me fake drinking some of the alcohol that was on there. So the next time you guys watch that series, you know exactly where I filmed it at. Typically, Booty and a lot of other cosplay studios are mainly for photography. It's not really friendly to making like full-on YouTube videos, but the B-roll shots that we took were about like 5 or 10 seconds long, and they were all still shots, and the staff didn't really seem to mind when we did that, but they're not so friendly when you want to make like a full-on YouTube video. It's one of the only reasons I've never really made like a full skit at Booty. I'd love to, because look at all these booths. They're like god tier. I also used another booth that was on a different floor, and I think it's on the 5th one? Yeah, so it was this library one, which is also on the Case, and I sat at this desk and I just filled it with a bunch of anime stuff, and this happens at the end of the episode, so that, again, the next time you guys watch those videos, you'll know exactly where that was at. Oh, and the last booth that I want to show you guys, because a lot of people were wondering about the Among Us cosplay that I did with peachmilkytea and my friend Audrey. We did it in this booth, which is an exact replica of a spaceship, and it's one of my favorite booths in the entire facility because it's so cool, and this chair actually rotates, so we were actually fighting over this of who wanted to sit in it.
Now, in case you guys are wondering, oh, how much is it to book one of these rooms for the entire day? You can use the entire building all day for 3,000 yen, so long as it is on a Saturday or a Sunday. I am seriously I am still blown of how cheap that is. I'm not bullshit. I have been at the studio for like the past 1 or 2 years now, and it has never changed. If we want to be technical here, it's between 5 to 8 hours, but that's still a lot of time to do your photo shoots. I'd like to think that every cosplayer watching this is probably losing their minds right now. Now, the reason the weekend is so cheap is because it's open for everyone, but the thing is that almost every time that we've been there, there's hardly anyone there. Usually the month of a holiday is where it gets really chaotic, so like Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day, but usually any other month it's pretty okay. There's other things at this studio that you can do, and this isn't even the only studio that does this, so you can actually rent different things at the studio. And this can go between camera equipment to memory cards to lighting equipment, and to props. The props are my personal favorite. So for example, if your character needs to hold a guitar, then you can just rent one for 400 yen, which is like $4. If your character needs to be in a wheelchair, you can for some reason rent that for 200 yen, which is like $2. If your character needs a bike, don't worry, only 300 yen. Forgot your lighting equipment? 1,100 yen. Forgot your memory card? 1,000 yen. Do you want a fog machine? 1,500 yen. Did you just forget your camera altogether? 1,500 yen. I really don't know how they figured out any of these price points. It's honestly, it's heaven. But that was insight into a cosplay studio and a cosplay store in Japan. Fellow cosplayers, let me know what you guys think. And also, I do cosplay stuff on my Patreon if you want to go there, if you want. But overall, I hope this video has you hopeful for when or if the borders ever open and you can travel to Japan and cosplay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!